All right, here's a good question. You're asked to solve for A. Now, I see that it's a quadratic equation because there's a squared there. And so what I want to use is I want to use the zero property, where something times something equals 0. Then I can solve for two of those somethings. So I need to make this equation equal to 0. So let's subtract 48 on both sides. So I'll have 20a squared, 20a squared minus 16a minus 48 is equal to 0. Okay? Now to get two things that multiply to get 0, I need to factor. So let's factor. Looks like I can take a 4 out of everything. Leave me with 5a squared minus 4a minus 12 equals 0. And now let's try and guess and check that one. I'm calling 5a an A, 3 and 4. 3 and 4. I don't think that works. How about 6 and 2? 2 and 6. That's it. So 2 and 6. I think that's right. So this would be negative, this would be positive. Let me just go over here and confirm that. 5a plus 6, a minus 2. So 5a squared minus 10a plus 6a minus 12. This is a minus 4. That's what I have there. So this is correct. So now I'm at a point where I have 4 times 5a plus 6 times a minus 2 is equal to 0. So my answer is one of those is equal to 0. So first I can say 4 is equal to 0, 5a plus 6 is equal to 0, and a minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we know that 4 is not equal to 0, so that's not an answer. Then this one I can solve by subtracting 6 first. 5a equals a negative 6, and dividing both sides by 5. So there's one answer, and then here I'll add 2 to both sides, so I get a is equal to 2. So those are my two answers to solve. If you want to check, I've already checked to see that my factoring is correct, but if you want to check, you can always plug those in wherever a is and see if you get a true statement. So you have 20 times 2 squared. I'm doing the 2 because it's easier. Is that equal to 48? Okay, 2 squared is 4 times 20. That'd be 80. And 16 times 2 is 32. So is that equal to 48? It is. Therefore, 2 is one of the answers. And you could plug negative 6/5 in there too and solve. And you could do that on a calculator fairly easy. 20 times minus 6/5 squared minus 6 times minus 16 times minus 6/5. Just type that on your calculator and see if it comes out to 48.